Our dreams are extremely important, and it's of the utmost importance that we pay attention to them, especially in these days and times. If the Most High is going to speak to people today, dreams are his preferred form of communication. The problem with many is that they ignore their dreams. They get a dream, they may not know what it means, and then go about their business. Or the opposite occurs. People believe the Most High is giving them a message for the church or the entire nation of Israel, and they will say things like, the prophets are back on earth. I can assure you, the prophets are not back on earth, and there are no prophets on earth right now. The prophets came to keep Israel from being exiled out of their land. It was a warning. It was just a period of time. But today, we will get dreams and messages for ourselves as individuals. But these other individuals believe the prophets are back, or they say, I have a message for the entire church. It comes from a place of their need to be important, and it comes from a desire to exert authority over others. A lot of them have a disorder where they need to have authority over other people. But I don't believe the Most High gives messages to large groups of people outside of what we read in the scriptures. If you want a message for the church or you want a message for the Israelites, you need to read the scriptures. 3 John chapter 1 verse 9. I wrote unto the church, but Diotrephes, who loves to have the preeminence among them, receive us not. In this verse in John is addressing a specific issue with the post-Israelite community, where an individual named Diotrephes is trying to assert his authority and not be receptive to John or his guidance. Preeminence means dominance. So if it happened back then, why wouldn't it happen today? People have a need or a disorder, a feeling of needing to be important. But how should we behave? How should we look at things? How should we deal with one another? Galatians chapter 6 verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Yeshua or Christ. For if a man think of himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceives himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden. Followers of the Most High are encouraged to help each other, practicing love and compassion as Christ taught, while being mindful of their own actions, maintaining humility and taking responsibility for their own moral and spiritual growth. At the end of the day, you are responsible for you. There's no blaming anyone else for not making it. We should be bearing each other's problems and not placing ourselves in a position of authority over our brothers and sisters. Our dreams are not messages for the church. They are messages for ourselves and not for a large group of people. Job chapter 33 verse 14. For Elohim speaks once, yea twice, but yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, and slumberings on the bed, then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions, that he may withdraw from man his purpose and hide pride from man. These verses in Job are about Elihu, one of Job's friends, who comes to comfort him after his troubles. He speaks about the nature of Elohim and how he communicates with men. Verse 14, Elohim speaks once, yea twice, yet a man perceive it not. Elihu is expressing the idea that Elohim does communicate with men, but often they do not recognize it. Once or twice, the Most High attempts to communicate are repeated, yet frequently they fail to perceive or understand these messages. It is of the utmost importance to pay attention to your dreams and try to find someone who can interpret. What good is it if the Most High is trying to communicate with you and you ignore him or don't understand what he's saying? The communication is intended to guide and instruct and to correct or redirect people from their own past and to mitigate pride. These are all the reasons why the Most High will speak to you in a dream. So let's read Numbers chapter 12 verse 5. And the Most High came down in a pillar of a cloud and stood at the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Most High shall make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. In Numbers chapter 12 verses 5 and 6, it describes a moment where the Most High appears to Aaron and Miriam before he punishes Miriam for rising up against Moses for his choice to marry a non-Israelite wife. In verse 5, the Most High descends in a pillar of a cloud and stands at the entrance of the tabernacle, summoning both Aaron and Miriam. In verse 6, the Most High speaks to them, stating that if there's a prophet among them, if the Most High wants to speak to them, he will reveal himself through a vision or speak through dreams. This passage emphasizes the means which Elohim communicates with his people or other people. Now here are some of the verses that show that the Most High communicates through dreams. Genesis chapter 20 verse 3. But the Most High came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said unto him, Behold, thou art a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, she is a man's wife. Genesis chapter 28:12. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and behold, the angels of Elohim ascending and descending on it. Genesis chapter 31 verse 11. And the angel of Elohim spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here am I. Genesis chapter 37 verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. All these are examples on how the Most High communicated with men in the past and how he communicates with them today. But the dreams that we have are tricky. Not every dream is a communication from the Most High, and it should not be seen as such. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 4. Thus saith the Most High of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon, build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them, and take ye wives and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear me sons and daughters, that they may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city where I have caused you to be carried away captive, and pray to the Most High for it, for in the peace thereof ye shall have peace. But thus saith the Most High of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams which you cause to be dreamed, for they prophesy falsely unto you in my name. I have not sent them, says the Most High. Jeremiah chapter 29 and 4 contains a message from the Most High to the Israelites who were exiled in Babylon. The Most High instructs them to get settled there, get comfortable there, build houses, plant gardens, marry, and have children, so they can increase their numbers. The Most High is very concerned with their numbers, their population, that it be not diminished. They need to keep going. They are also advised to seek the welfare of the city which they are in exile, and pray for peace, because the city's peace and their peace are connected. This is about survival tactics. The Most High wants them to survive, not try to fight. Additionally, the Most High warns them not to be deceived by false prophets and diviners among them, who deliver false prophecies, emphasizing that these individuals were not sent by him. He's also warning them about their dreams. Many people today who are running churches and groups and organizations have not been sent by the Most High. This is nothing new. It's especially important to look at verse 8. Neither hearken to your dreams that you caused to be dreamed. They wanted badly to go back to Jerusalem from Babylon, so much so that they're dreaming about it, and they're causing their own mind to interact in a way that causes it to manifest as a dream. Science says that during REM sleep, the brain is highly active with patterns that resemble or look like those during waking hours. In other words, for some people when they're sleeping, their brain is just as active as when they're awake. It looks exactly the same or very similar. Though I hate the way they use science, and I really hate science terms, but there are some truth to the things that they say. And we can be so enthralled or so wanting something or wishing something to happen and keep praying for something that it will cause us to have dreams about it. So it's important to separate our dreams. Communications from the Most High on one side, and on the other side, things that we know that we are just wishful thinking, that we desire very strongly to happen. 1 Samuel chapter 3 verse 8. And the Most High called Samuel again a third time, and he arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for thou didst call me. And Eli perceived that the Most High had called the child. Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, Go lie down, and it shall be, if he call thee, that thou shalt say, Speak, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and lay down in his place, and the Most High came and stood as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel answered, Speak, for thy servant hears. And the Most High said to Samuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone that hears it will tingle. And that day I will perform against Eli all the things which I have spoken concerning his house. And when I begin, I will also make an end. For I have told him that I will judge his house forever, for the iniquity which he knoweth, because his sons made themselves vile, and he restrained them not. And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli, that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be purged with sacrifice nor offering forever. In 1 Samuel chapter 3, 8-14, the Most High calls Samuel, a young boy who's serving under Eli the priest. Initially, Samuel mistakes the Most High's call for Eli's voice. After the third call, Eli realizes that it's the Most High calling Samuel. Eli instructs Samuel to respond to the Most High's call, which Samuel does. The Most High then reveals to Samuel that he will carry out his judgment against Eli and against Eli's house for the sons of Eli, whom Eli did not restrain. The Most High declares that the sins of Eli's house cannot be atoned for. It can't be cleaned or forgiven with sacrifice or offering forever. Not only for Eli and his sons, but for his descendants, all these sons that they had after them. The Most High said they can never be forgiven. I know many people may not understand this, but there are things that cannot be forgiven. The point is, the Most High communicated to Samuel by dream. All that he planned to do to Israel was communicated to Samuel by dream. Our dreams are important. To sum this all up, the Most High communicates through dreams directly to individuals, about the individuals themselves or their family or people who are close to them. It's crucial to have an interpreter, as these messages may not always be clear. It is equally important to separate your dreams, the communications from the Most High on one side, and dreams that you know are just your strong desires on the other side. Like in the case of Samuel, the messages may be repeated, often 3 times or more. Pay attention to your dreams, as they can hold a significant importance for your life. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.